These are the times when darts players get angry, and these moments get increasingly more angry. And first up, the time Gary Anderson was put to a patience test from hell by none other than Gerwen Price.
He is absolutely seething. Gary is seething. Thriving on that.
Back in the 2018 Grand Slam of Darts final, Gary Anderson's lead crumbled as Gerwen Price mounted a stunning comeback.
And he ignores the bear pit atmosphere. Major in one of the most contentious and controversial finals.
As tensions boiled, Anderson got visibly irritated by Price's celebratory antics, but Price only added fuel to the fire. Next up, the time Colin Lloyd lost his calm in the 2011 World Championship.
It's a great comeback by Velga, but it's been a disappearing act from Colin. That just shows you cannot do that, John. No.
His emotions were too hot to handle, and he unleashed a surprising punch, but not in the way you'd think.
16 out, some big finish. Well, Colin Lloyd smashing his way to victory.
Lloyd at least managed to direct his feelings towards something, but that's not what Phil Taylor did when he almost hit Van Barneveld. Because in a gripping 2013 World Championship semi-final, Phil Taylor beat Raymond Van Barneveld 6-4. But in the seconds after the match, it seemed the tension was much higher between the two than we thought.
Not happy! Shenanigans happening on stage!
Now, both players here managed to keep their cool, but that cannot be said about Justin Pipe, who got so angry that he had to dance it off. In the 2012 World Championship, when Justin Pipe clinched a narrow 3-2 victory over Kevin Painter, he ignited an electric celebration marked by jumps and punches.
Gooit hier in en zo plaats. Justin Pipe zich.
Amidst the euphoria, Pipe unintentionally skipped the customary handshake, leaving Painter visibly angered. But the way Pipe dealt with it was surprising. I guess we deal with anger in different ways. And speaking of dealing with anger, we've got to mention Richie Burnett. In a match behind closed doors, Richie Burnett faced a formidable challenge with his poor form.
35.
3 more misses. I hesitate to say this.
60.
His throws failed not just once, but repeatedly, with each miss compounding his frustration. With each unsuccessful attempt, his anger surged, culminating in him ending up on his knees. Burnett ultimately abandoned the game, leaving the silence behind him. But this is not the only time Burnett has been part of an angry moment. During a match between Adrian Lewis and Richie Burnett, Lewis took an active role in verbally engaging with Burnett from behind and after each throw. The continuous exchange of words created a tense atmosphere on the darting stage, adding an extra layer of drama to the competition.
He actually said what Adrian was saying. I could hear it do it, but I think a lot of it, Richie.
Now, it's one thing to get angry with the other player, but it's a whole other thing to get angry at the crowd. In a match where the crowd's boos disrupted Ted Hankey's concentration, he asked for quiet, but the shouting persisted. But after winning the match, Hankey unleashed his real aggression.
Crowd react, and he gets the double he wants, and turns around and shouts angrily to the crowd.
In a 2012 Premier League match between James Wade and Adrian Lewis, Wade struggled to find his aim in his throws. Lewis, seizing the opportunity, playfully pointed to the floor, suggesting an issue with the playing surface rather than Wade's performance.
I think Adrian's saying it's the same for both players.
Injecting a humorous moment into the competitive atmosphere, something Wade and the fans didn't appreciate. But Adrian Lewis has got in trouble with other players before. In a heated moment, Adrian Lewis pointed his finger and attempted to engage in a physical altercation with the opponent during a match.
And he is still not letting it go, and they're having to separate these two.
Officials and referees swiftly intervened, preventing the situation from escalating further.
Some pretty ugly scenes that we do not want to see.
But next time, the referee was too slow to act. In a face-off between Peter Wright and Adrian Lewis, Wright's dominant performance seemed to frustrate Lewis. Initially, Lewis refrained from a handshake.
Steve, Adrian Lewis beaten, and a bit of words on the stage. Peter Wright and Adrian Lewis.
Later extending it with visible anger during the conversation with Wright. Whether it was aggression or frustration, Lewis's actions reflected the intensity of the match and the emotions running high on the darting stage. But our next moment shows that dart players don't always choose to fight each other, they also attack the fans. Back in the 2021 championship, Gerwen Price dominated Dave Chisnall with a 3-0 victory, yet fans were unhappy with his antics and delivered hard boos toward the player. But Price found his own way to get revenge at the booing fans in the post-match interview.
Give me an opportunity and I'll take it. I thought I bombed the second set after missing 25. I don't care, I just want to keep winning. I mean, sometimes the crowd's with me, sometimes they're against me. I mean, I don't care. It was a difficult game, obviously, crowd a bit rubbish again, but as you can hear, I won.
But sometimes darts players just have enough of Price and stand up for themselves. In the 2019 Premier League semi-final in Sheffield, Gerwen Price lost to Daryl Gurney. After the victory, Gurney clearly showed the fans what he meant about Price's antics.
And a draw it is! And a draw it is! That's something to say. It's all boiling over. It's all boiling over.
After pointing his finger, a few bad words and a handshake, things escalated very quickly. The referee intervened to prevent a full-blown fight. In a pivotal 2022 PDC Czech Open match, tension flared between Gerwen Price and Adrian Lewis.
Spilling out of the Czech Darts Open. Who doesn't want to get involved at the end? A bit of afters here between Price.
Das sind 6 Perfekte.
As Lewis almost outplayed Price, he attempted a friendly hug from behind, but Price, unimpressed, swiftly pushed him away with a firm arm, making it clear he wasn't having any of it. No way.
Who doesn't want to get involved at the end? A bit of...
Price asserted his boundaries in a moment that added an unexpected twist to the competitive atmosphere. But no moment comes close to our last one, because this ended up in a knuckle fight. Because back in the Russian Team Championship of 2022, Boris Koltsov had just won it all, but there is something he is unhappy about. And he starts a knuckle fight.